Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now if you haven't already guessed, we are starting the Halloween island today and I'm so excited. Now yes, the island is called Pumpkaboo, which is named after one of my favourite Pokemon. I think Pumpkaboo is just the cutest little thing ever, so why not name my island that? Now before we get started with this video, I'd love it if you could like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. Now let's get started with our spooky ooky island. So I guess I should really explain what I'm doing with this island. You guys all voted on my little poll where I put a few suggestions for Halloween islands up, and the town one won. So we are going to be doing like a spooky little Halloween town island, and hopefully it turns out quite cute. I was thinking about maybe adding some kid cool vibes to it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. I think I'm just going to keep it spoopy, so a little bit cute, a little bit spooky, and hopefully it comes out adorable. Now today, as you can tell, we are building the entrance, which is where I always start when I build islands. And now I just want to talk about this road quickly. This is a road made by Colin Crossing, of course. I like this road because of how dark it is, but I do end up changing it over to the one with the leaves. As you can see now, I've changed it over. I just think it looks more autumnal, and I feel like it definitely looks better with this whole build in the end rather than just the plain road. Don't get me wrong, if Colin decides to do a dark road with some leaves on, I probably will change it over to that one. But for now, I love this one for my island. Now as you can see, this dirt that I'm kicking away, I actually end up changing the dirt pattern over for Colin's dirt path, of course, which I actually end up using later on in this video, so I end up not using it there. But I ended up changing it just because I felt like the path that I had down first just didn't really blend in well with the colour of the grass. When I originally found all the codes I wanted to use, I found them in August, so the grass is much greener, and then I time travelled to October, which is where I am now, and some of the codes just didn't fit very well with the colours of the grass, so I do change a few over. But speaking of codes, you can find all the codes that I'm using in today's video listed in the description down below. I've also tried to pop as many of the creators' socials down there as well, so you can go over to their Twitter or Instagram and go give them some love on the awesome codes they have created, because they work so hard with these. This fence I'm currently placing down is the spooky fence, and now if you didn't know, throughout the whole month of October you can go to your villager houses and you can get some spooky DIYs for them. These normally require you to have pumpkins to build them, so make sure you stock up on your pumpkins before October so that you're able to make your island fully spooky and just put pumpkins and all spooky goodness around your island. So talking more about the island I want to create for Halloween, I've only got one villager at the moment that's going to be permanent, and if you've been following me for a while and you remember my old Halloween Kid Court Island, you'll know I'm obsessed with Boots. I love Boots. He is the bestest ever. So Boots is currently on my island and he will be staying as a permanent resident because I adore him. He's the best, okay? He's my favorite. Him and Kiki. But any of the other villagers that I currently have are not staying on this island. So if you see any of them pop in and try to get some screen time, they're not staying, they are going as soon as I get the chance to use my amiibo cards, and also when I actually decide who I want. I mean, obviously I think I'm gonna have Lucky because Lucky is just our Halloween pup. I feel like it would be almost criminal to not have Lucky on my island, but yeah, we'll see. Well, I probably will. I'll probably have him and Kiki at least, and then decide the others. I want to kind of decide what sort of storyline I want for this island first, and then decide who I want, and yeah, I'll go from there basically. Also, just thought I'd add, if Halloween isn't really your thing and you're like, oh no, why is she building a Halloween island? I am also going to be building another island as well. That island is going to be less Halloweeny and more of a spooky island. I'm not too sure what I want to do with it yet. It's probably going to be like witches and swamps and things, but I don't know. We'll see as we go along. Basically though, I am going to be making it more spooky than this one, so yeah, if that's more your thing, if spooky is your thing, then that will definitely be the perfect island for you. Or let's be honest, you might like both, so there. Win-win either way. Now I'm just leaving a few of the road placements in, and then I'm gonna kind of like cut up the next bits because there is a lot of code placement in this video, so I did shorten it down a bit, otherwise it would have been so long even with it sped up. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just placing down some Turkey Day stands, and I'm also going to pop down some topiaries. We've got the triangular one and the round one, of course, and I've customized them in the browner colors just so they look like they are brown for the autumn basically. And I'm going to pop some little pumpkins on top of these trees. Now you may be wondering why I'm putting those there, and basically this is going to be the entrance to a neighborhood area. Now I'm hoping to place at least 6 villagers in this neighborhood area, or 4, it depends on space, because I would like to have enough room to be able to give them a little spooky yard as well. But yeah, I'm hoping to make that a small little neighborhood area with lots of Halloween goodies going on, and yeah, just very cozy as well at the same time. I'm also going to be decorating this middle section that's in between the airport and resident services. I wasn't originally going to decorate that area, but it looks like I am. I decided to, and I think you'll really like what I'm going to do. Well, I hope so. Now this is where I'm going to be using Colin's dirt path with the leaves on that I was talking about. But first of all, I want to just appreciate those street lamps with banners. I feel like I don't see them used enough. Look how cute they are when you put your own little custom code on the banners. I've used a little lantern one and it looks so adorable and spooky at the same time. I love it. I love it. I did have some more downloaded as well, but I unfortunately can't keep those because I needed the space for extra paths, obviously. But there's like cobwebs and bats and things, so you can find some really cute designs to put on your street lamps. Right, so you may be wondering why there is gaps in the pathway there, and that is just so I can put trees down there. I think it would be really super cozy to put a line of trees going down there towards resident services on both sides, of course. You know, it'll give it kind of, like I said, a cozy feel, I'm hoping. And also when the trees start to go a bit browner, it will definitely feel like it's autumn, and oh, I love it. I'll just love it. I can't wait for autumn to be here in real life. Honestly, I can't. I just love it. It's so beautiful and so cozy. Do you know what? You cannot beat being on the sofa in a big jumper with a big blanket watching a scary film. Like, come on. That's just the best feeling in the world. Well, I think it is anyway. Do you know what? I did this whole build in a few hours and never even noticed that Leaf was visiting. So yeah, there's that. I just saw his head bobbing on the top of the horizon over there. Not the new horizon, but the horizon. I'll stop there. That's a really bad, awful joke that isn't working out. But anyway, I was very unsure if I was going to use the standee items on these builds or not, and I've decided I'm going to. I'm going to only use the hedge standee and the grass standee though, so it's just a little bit subtle. A lot of people don't like the standee items, and I never ever see them used hardly, and I want to know why. What's wrong with them? What did the standee items ever do to you to not be used on your islands? I think they're really cool. They add like a cartoony animated feel to an area, and I feel like it's pretty cute because it looks like the villagers were trying to decorate for autumn and Halloween, so that's why I like using them. Maybe give it a try if you haven't before. That you can customize them in quite a few different colors, so they'll go with any type of island, just like leaf piles. Leaf piles are perfect. They are the best item. They're my favorite item, and on this island it's going to be no exception. The only one I'm not going to be using on this island is the green one, because I want to use the pile of leaves, which is the brown one, the yellow and the red leaf pile. They add to the autumnal feel of this island, and they look perfect with Colin's road and path. And yes, before you ask, that scooter did have a little sticker on it that said trick or treat. How cute, right? I love adding those small little details to some of the items. It really could make it feel more realistic, because now it feels like a little villager has been driving that scooter and they've stuck a little trick or treat sticker on, you know, because it's Halloween and all. So it's just a super cute little touch, I think. Also, it has been a little while since I've used some scattered papers, but I'm still obsessed with how they look. I love putting a little custom code on them so they look like a villager's dropped little posters or something. They're definitely a super cute item to use if you want the area to look a bit less tidy and more like a lived-in town or city. Now we're going to be working on this middle section, and inside here I'm going to be using some of the plaza items. I want to make a carnival area, so you get off the aeroplane, you go towards resident services and think, do you know what, I'm going to make a stop at the carnival first, go on a few rides, play a few games. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be cute if the villagers actually played the games and were on the rides and stuff? They do in Pocket Camp, so why can't they do it in this game? It would be super adorable, and it would also give that next layer of interaction with everything, I think. Maybe in a future game they'll allow the villagers to have more interaction with the items. That would be pretty cool. I'd love to see that. Now back to this build. All the plaza items that I am using today in this section are all customized in the color variation cool. So most of them are black, white, purple, red, that sort of thing. The only items I'm not using from the plaza collection is is the inflatable plaza toy because it's just a big elephant and it's not going to fit. And also I'm not using the plaza clocks. I've chosen to use the plaza archway instead just because it looks really nice at the entrance of this carnival area. And then I'm just going to basically go around, lay some of this path down with the leaves on, and then add some flowers and weeds and things like that in between just to make it feel a little bit overgrown. Now I'm placing the rides down first just so I know where I want them to go, and then I'll build the pathway around those. So it looks like people have already been walking around this area and they've trodden the grass, and now it's like a dirt path underneath. And yeah, you get the idea, I hope, without me having to explain what a pathway is. I'm not sure if I'm gonna build another carnival on my island. I might do. I'm not too sure, but make it look a bit more abandoned and scary. This one is still working. This one's still in service. You can go and visit if you like. But I'd like to do an abandoned one because I'm thinking about having Pietro on my island, but I'm not 100% yet. Like I said, I still don't know fully what villagers I want for this island and what sort of storyline I'm going to go for. So yeah, I'll probably decide later on. Now it's time to pop down some bushes, weeds and flowers. For this island, I've decided to only use purple, orange and green flowers. So we got obviously the green mum. I'm going to be using some wheat field as you just saw. We've got the pale green wheat field and the green wheat field. I think they look nice together as a combo, so that's why I'm going to be using them like this around my island. The bushes I'm using are the orange and yellow tea olive bushes. I had to try and remember that. And also going to be using the hibiscus. The hibiscus ones won't be in bloom, but they will have like a brownie look to them, which is what I really like. It makes them look really old and it just really helps with the autumnal vibe that I'm going for. I always like to choose out my bushes and flowers before I start building an island. I feel like it's a very important thing to me. I like to get at least one of each of the bushes if I can, lay them out and then choose which one I like in that season that I'm in. So I will time travel to like I am in now in October, and I will see which bush I like the look of best. If you didn't actually know, the bushes actually look different in different seasons, so I need to make sure I choose wisely. A very, very important thing to choose. And flowers. I mean, I obviously chose purple and orange and green because they're very Halloweeny colours, and I didn't really want to use red because I'm not really keen on the red flowers too much. I don't think I've ever used them on any island except maybe at Kid Court Island a long time ago, and Velma's just chased me down and taught me a reaction, so thank you, Velma. I can't wait to move her out. I do not like Velma. I'm sorry if you do, but no, she's just a no. It's now time for some finishing touches. So leaf piles, some scattered papers, and then we are done with this build. So let's have a little look around. So there we have it. We have finished my first ever build on my spooky island Pumpkaboo. I hope you all enjoyed this entrance build today. I know I'm going to absolutely adore this island. I'm going to love building it so much because it's Halloween. It's my favourite. Now if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Also comment down below, even if it's just hello. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely spooky day wherever you are in the world, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!